A premises liability case is a case where you've had an accident on someone else's property. You have an expectation when you enter someone's property that it's going to be safe. And the whole theory of premises liability is it holds the owner accountable in the event that they fail to keep their property safe or they fail to warn you of a dangerous condition that they know about but you weren't aware of. Some examples of premises liability cases include going to a grocery store and slipping on a slippery substance. It could be water that came off of a grocery cart buggy from someone that was ahead of you and the store failed to keep the buggies clean. It could be rain leaking from the ceiling. It could be any type of slippery substance that might cause you to fall. On people's properties, sometimes we find you could have a hole in the ground or a hole in the sidewalk, or you've created an obstacle that makes the property unsafe. And those are all types of premises liability cases. And premises liability cases are difficult cases to prove. In fact, a lot of lawyers don't handle premises liability cases. I do take them, but I'm particular about the cases that I take because you have to prove that there is an open, obvious, dangerous condition. The more open and obvious the condition is to the property owner, sometimes the more open and obvious it is to you as the person that's entering the property. And so you have a responsibility to be careful and watch where you're going as well. So in premises liability case, in almost every single one, there's an issue of comparative fault. I mean, was it my fault? Should I have seen that the floor was wet? Was I paying attention? What type of shoes was I wearing? Was I wearing flip-flops, that might be slippery, or my shoes could have had bad heels on them? So they're difficult cases to prove, but what I look at is the open, obvious condition. If I can prove that the owner knew about the condition and that it was, like for instance, the floor was wet or that they had a problem with the leaking roof and they didn't take any type of actions to correct that, then that's what builds up a strong premises liability case. I feel Emmanuel Sheppard Condon is a good choice because we've had years of experience in handling premises liability cases. We have filed many claims against big box stores, against big companies, large property owners, and have been successful in obtaining recovery and compensation for our clients that they deserve.